Good morning, guys. Grateful to be alive, grateful for another day to build. Shannon here, and here's today's message. A thought that has stayed with me recently is your best friend and your worst enemy is yourself. Not in a dramatic way, not in a philosophical way, in a very practical way. When I look back honestly at my life, I don't see random outcomes. I see patterns of action taken, and more importantly, patterns of actions delayed. For a long time, my life lacked structure. Too much comfort, too much I'll start on Monday, and too much waiting to feel ready. It wasn't reckless decisions that shaped where I am, it was hesitation, unscheduled action, delayed execution, and small negotiations with myself. And those negotiations add up. Galatians chapter 6 verse 7 says, "A man reaps what he sows." Discipline makes that verse very real because what you sow daily is not just effort, it is follow through or the lack of it. The biggest shift in my life didn't come from motivation, it came from clarity. Clarity that my biggest support and my biggest resistance both come from within. Now my days are structured, work blocks, training, meals, recovery, everything scheduled. Not out of obsession, but out of alignment. Because if something is not scheduled, it becomes easy to delay. And if it is easier to delay, it often doesn't happen. I have noticed something very specific. The first 5 days of the day matter. That voice inside says, sleep a little more, start later, skip today. That's where your worst enemy operates. Not in a dramatic failure, not in quiet negotiation. Earlier I used to debate with that voice. Now I don't. I just execute what is scheduled. Because discipline grows when negotiation ends. Negotiation reduces. Okay. Your best friend is the version of you that follows through. Your worst enemy is the version of you that waits for the perfect moment, the perfect mood. Romans chapter 12 verse 2 says, "Be transformed by the renewing of your mind." That renewal is not emotional, it is structured. It is deciding that action does not depend on feeling. It is deciding that execution does not depend on comfort. It is deciding that purpose does not depend on convenience. And faith has helped me see this more clearly. Getting closer to God didn't make me louder, it made me clearer. More aware of responsibility, more aware of alignment. Discipline is not restriction, it is direction. It is choosing not to let hesitation design your life. Now my thought process is simple. Do it now. Not aggressively, but intentionally. Because life is shaped more by small daily execution than by future plans. And slowly, when you reduce negotiation, your best friend becomes stronger than your worst enemy. One scheduled action at a time, one disciplined decision at a time, and one day of follow through at a time. If you want to go deeper into this reflection, the full 10 to 12 minute version is live on the podcast. But for today, focus on this. Guard the voice within, discipline it, align it, and build quietly. I'll see you all tomorrow.